Hey guys, it's BW and we're back out in the garage and it's a mess out here. You can see I got my flannel on, winter time's back, and it's like a bomb went off in here. I got a bunch of half-started jobs. I got tools everywhere. I mean, look at this place, it's a mess. I gotta get this stuff off my bench back here. I wanna get the heater core control valve put on and put this box, clean it off, put it back together, and I'll stick it under the bench. I just need to get some shop space back. I mean, it's been pretty hectic. I've been jumping from one job to the other, and I just want to calm it all down and get this stuff straightened out and get everything put back together. So I'll get back with you guys probably about an hour. I can get things to where we can bring you in and show you some cool stuff. Stick around and check it out. Hey guys. Well, it's actually 2 days later. I got pulled away. I did start cleaning the garage, and I'm back to cleaning up. Getting this heater core box, and we're going to change this control valve here in a second together, because I need to clear this back bench. Believe it or not, the Nova seats have been in the back of my truck under my tonneau cover for about 3 weeks. Kim and I are getting ready to go to the Maple Grove swap meet, so we're going to need an empty truck bed. So I'm going to have to put the Nova seats in here for the time being. So I'm making room. So just hang on a minute, I'll get with you. All right guys, well I guess it was about a month or so ago we tested this. I'll put a link to the video up there. And we determined the heater core was good, but the control valve was bad. It was leaking right around the area right there. All right, and it looks kind of, the hose is kind of beat. So we found one of these. I think I got it from Mutton Hollow on eBay maybe. But let's open it up and see what it looks like, what we got in here. All right, I never changed the control valve on a 55 Chevy heater core, so I don't know if any of you have. If so, great. Maybe you'll be able to point out all my mistakes in the comment. If you haven't done it like I haven't done it, well, maybe we'll learn about it together. How's that sound? All right, well, there's the valve. All right, looks like it's got a piece of plastic in there. They've got like, I think this is like the, I guess you would, a thermocouple, I guess maybe this right here. So we'll have to disassemble that from the old control valve, and we'll have to reuse that. All right, they gave us a nice little new piece of hose. Oh, I just dropped on the floor. Oh, there we go. We're off to a smashing start. All right, so that's pretty cool. All right, well, we'll put the valve over on the other bench for safekeeping. I hope you guys can see as much as you can. There's like a little piece of metal right here for the end of the thermocouple that kind of like keeps it clamped down again so that the coil stays against the heater core, I guess, to sense the heat. I got to bend it up a little bit so I can pull this out like so. I don't want to fool with it too much. All right, and then we're going to take the control valve off, and then we'll look at this how to get the thermocouple, the switch, how to get it. I guess it's the switch, you know, you can see the spring in there. We'll get it apart and get it out of there after we take it off of the heater core, so we can make sure that we're doing a good job doing it right. There you go. Somebody left the old compression hose clamp on there and put these new ones on there. I'm sure that's going to be a good time to try to get those off. But we'll do the best we can. We don't want to mess with it too much. Just looks like it's 2 screws back here holding it onto the heater core, and then the hose itself. There we go. That screw come out pretty easy. Not like what Dawn over there at Hot Rod Garage is messing with, man. I don't know how he's gonna get those screws out of that back hatch glass for that Nomad. We're gonna have to find out when he figures it out, huh? When he posts it for us. All right. There we go. It's kind of moving a little bit. Trying to keep it in front of the camera for you guys. It's sort of wanting to come and get it over here just a little bit, little flex in that hose. pulling that copper too much, but gotta get it out. I did see it move a little bit. These heater cores are really expensive. I thought about buying a new aluminum one, but this one passed. Hopefully it still passes after BW tugging and pulling on it. I think we'll be all right. If not, we'll do something when we have to do something. Maybe we'll check it again after we get all this together. I don't know what I did with them hoses I made up though. Yeah, a smart guy would have set them aside. They're probably on one of these bench surfaces. We'll see. All right, there. Yeah, that hose is so hard, I think the copper actually bent a tiny bit when I pulled that up. Wow. Oh boy. There you go. That's off of there. Alright guys, well, here's the old heater core. Here's the thermocouple we got to get out. It looks to me, and I hope you guys can see this, that the only thing we have to do is take this little 1/4 inch nut off after we've bent these 2 tabs straight. See this cover right here, this sheet metal cover? The legs come through and then they bend them over right there. So I got a variety of little screwdrivers here. And I'm gonna see which one works best and that's gonna be the hardest part of the whole job, is try to pry those 2 little leg tabs straight so we could take this top off. Then we'll just unscrew this nut and we should be able to pull it straight out. So let's see what I can do. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. That's it right there. That's your thermocouple right there. See, let me pull this off so you guys can see this little doodad here. Hope you guys can see that with the little straight legs. That's what we just pried off. Outstanding. So we'll just set it right here with this so it don't get mixed up. All right. It only can go one way because you see it's got this little thing to help protect the little thermocouple, little copper thermocouple. All right, now. Okay, so basically it should just be reassembly now. This, I would have liked to use the other screw because this control sat on the big head of the bolt, but it's the wrong threads, number one, and number two, I dropped it and it rolled, but it's the wrong threads. This little screw right here, instead of the screw, let me see if I can bring this in so you can see. There's a little Phillips head screw here. On the other one, the screw was on this side with a fat head to have the thermocouple rest on. On this one, it's just a Phillips head screw that that the piece rests on and you'd make your adjustment. I guess the surface, as long as it's mated up to this thing, this little, I don't know, lead looking thing right here. See it? Goes right into the end of this here like this, and then all we do is we put this back in here, line the 2 tabs we bent over back in. It's a little tight. Oh man, is that Guess I got to work on straightening that up just a little bit more. I think that's what it looks like. Doesn't want to start into that. Take this sheet metal off here and set this down so we don't damage that. See, that little leg just needs a little tiny tweaking. That might have it. That might have it. I'll give this one a little tweak too. Yeah, that's probably much better. Uh-oh. All right. I'm like a bull in a china shop with this stuff, guys. So this cap like that, that's gonna hold it in there. You guys can see that, that's gonna hold that in there. I tried to show it to you before. Just gonna slide this in. There we go. Alright guys, well I ended up getting a real pair of needle nose pliers. And the best way to describe this job is fidgety. It's just a fidgety little job to bend these tabs back over. But it is important that you bend them back over so that can't pop out. And we got them folded over pretty good. I hope you guys can see in there and see that. I'm doing the best I can to show you. I'll point to it right there and right there. That holds that little tab in there. So it looks like we have that. All right. So now, let me go ahead and stick this back on the heater core. Let's bring the heater core back over to the table and take a look. Hopefully, we're in the right spot. All right. We're going to need our new piece of hose, a little piece of hose. That belongs on the heater core here. All right. I think one thing too, before I put it on, put these on there so we don't forget it. I think one more thing is, I think I want to screw this screw in until it touches that cap. I believe that's what is supposed to happen. If I'm wrong, somebody let me know, but I'm just putting it in until it touches. So it wasn't even touching that. Oh, wait a minute. So maybe I don't know how much. Because you would think that would just push up into that whenever this, I think what happens is this heats up and it heats up this and then it pushes this down. I believe that's what happens. So I think we want this right up against it, this adjustment screw right up against it. I think. And I think what happens is this heats up, it heats up this little filament in here and it expands, and when it expands it pushes this control down and opens up the valve. I think. Anyway, that's what I think happens. Now we know this goes back on here. Inside that little piece of hose there. There we go, it's in there. It goes in there like so. And these line up, but I guess it's only gonna, you know, this arm is gonna have to be allowed to go forward. Yeah, the other one was forward. That was holding it in place. So I gotta take this this wire tie off. I think all this stuff is for packing. I really do. And so that closed that right back off. But I think when we put our control on there, that'll be all right. There you go. All right. Now, grab those two screws over there. Screw this back on. this might be a good informational video. I was gonna like put a whole hodgepodge of different things up, but I think I might put this standalone. And then right after I do that, I gotta pull that sponge back out of that. Old BW is not the brightest bulb. Should have left that slosh foam out of that fuel cell when I had it out. I misunderstood the guy when he told me, because when I did open that up, there was little pieces of white foam packing in there. And so I was like, yeah, it's a good thing I did that. But then that guy, he's like, no, the sloshing foam dissipates in a few months. And Gasser Dave told me the same thing. It happened to him. He said it was an absolute nightmare to clean his fuel system afterwards. So we learn from other people's mistakes. So that will be our next task after this. And we're gonna put this heater box together too. And then we're just gonna put it right under that bench over there. We're gonna put the fuel cell right under that bench over there. They're gonna be getting installed very soon. So just put them over there. Like I said, we need that bench opened up over there just to set the Nova seats on for a little bit. Kim and I are gonna reupholster the front seat for sure. We're gonna look at those back seats and see if we can clean them. All right, so I'm gonna just stick this rubber back on here right now for that protect screw. I don't think I need that. Matter of fact, I don't. This is overkill right there. There. And we put this thermocouple back down onto the heater core. That back in there. And we're gonna fold this metal back over. There you go. That's pretty good. A little bit more. That's good. Good job. Now we just want to tighten up these two hose clamps. Perfect. There we go. Heater core is ready to go with the new control valve. Outstanding. It's all back together. They're not hard to figure out. All right, now we'll take a look at this. Get this other. I can already see where one of them's going to go. All right. Now you can see where it all comes out through the front. It hooks onto this arm, and then this bolt grabs the cable right here. So yeah, we're going to leave that for now. I think that gets pulled back like that, and then the cable will hold it, and you can pull it forward and back. All right. So that's that. We're gonna leave that for now. All right. Let me just get all the parts together. This is the ductwork seals and all that stuff. We'll keep all that together. And we're gonna stick it underneath that bench right there. Yeah, guys, you can see I just threw the two heater core bolts in this other side right there. I'm gonna leave the rest of these bolts out because we have to run a cable from that control valve out through. I think it comes out right here if I remember right. I may have to go back and look. I took pictures, and I think there's a little thing of the video in one of my old videos, but I think the control cable for that comes out here. And then we also have a control cable that goes on here that controls this door in here. All right, so we're cool with all that. The heater core box. I'm just gonna leave it like that. And I can take the motor off too. And I'm gonna stick both of these under the bench for right now. All right, just stick them under the bench. And that's one more thing cleared off of there, so I got room for the Nova seat. All right, so yeah, that's what we got going on there. But we got the new heater core control valve on. That's something. We got something accomplished. I'm going to actually jump right on and get this, start on getting that sloshing foam out. Like I said, I'm going to get that out. But I'm going to start that on the next video. And I'm also going to do a hodgepodge of jobs there, because it's just around the shop stuff that needs to get done. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to make those two little squares to close off the rest of that firewall. All right, we're going to get that job done and finish cleaning up maybe a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and paint those firewall after I get the little squares made. All right, so that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to throw this video up because I hadn't had anything up in a couple days, and I need to get something up to you guys. And I'm hoping it's supposed to warm up towards the end of the week for the swap meet, and I also want to jump back on that Nova floor. I want to get that knocked out. I want to get that done with. All right, so until next time.